Hey guys, and welcome back to the Bloomy Brain channel. My name is Carly, for those of you that don't know me, and I am here to tell you guys all about my natural, unmedicated hospital birth. Okay, let's get into it. If you have wanted to have a natural or unmedicated birth, obviously there are thousands of reasons for people wanting to do this now. I do list many of them in my 56-page Natural Birth in Any Setting ebook. You can get that down in the description. It is only $14.99 right now, and it lists my experience from start to finish. It has everything I wish that I would have known compiled into one guide, from the visualizations, meditations, breath work, things that I ate, how I packed my hospital bag. It even has my own birth plan and emergency C-section plan attached that I created with an Aeroflow consultant. There's so much in that natural birth ebook. Like I said, get it down in the description below. But today I am going to give you guys 4 tips for accomplishing a healthy, successful natural birth. And one thing to keep in mind is all birth is beautiful no matter how it unfolds. No two experiences are going to be the exact same. So I ask that you keep an open mind, and that is what I did. I kept an open mind. You know, this is going to unfold, how it's going to unfold. Obviously, I would love to go natural, but it's going to happen in its own timing. We couldn't have had a better experience. You know, I didn't want to go to the hospital in the beginning, but out of pocket, we could not afford a midwife team. I studied endlessly what free birth would have looked like. I read so many books, listened to podcasts, but at the end of the day, there was still this level of discomfort that I didn't love going into birth. I wanted it to be I wanted to not have to worry about anything, and there are parts of free birth that, you know, God forbid you're a part of that 5% that you do need a hospital transfer. There just wasn't enough information for me that I could consume to the point where I would feel comfortable with it, but everybody is going to be different. Maybe you are going to have a free birth and you plan on that, and you need these tips today because you plan on doing that, and that is wonderful. Like I said, no judgment for whichever route you end up taking. Everybody is going to be completely different. So let's start with prayer and visualization. I had a very close relationship to God throughout my whole pregnancy, and I would pray like it was already done, that my baby was here, he was happy, he was healthy, because obviously that is, you know, a fear. You never know what's going to happen, and we just pray for happy, healthy babies, and that is the ultimate goal, right? A happy and healthy baby and a happy and healthy mother. You just pray, you just pray, you just pray. So that was one of my number one prayers, was that my baby, and I would pray like it was already done, that he was already here, he was happy, he was healthy, and then it would become meditative. So I would start visualizing that. And this was, you know, obviously before labor and everything. I would visualize my birth. I would visualize his healthy, happy, natural delivery. I visualized all of this. So I encourage you to strengthen your imagination, strengthen that visualization muscle right now through your pregnancy. Because truly, if you can dream it, if you can believe it, you can do it. You absolutely can do it. And my visualizations actually in labor and natural birth were, I would just see a wave all the way, you know, from forming to its peak to, what is it called, crest, to breaking on the shore. And when it was at peak, that was when the contraction was its absolute worst. The crazy thing is that contractions really do flow like waves. They're only about a minute, less than a minute before it's completely gone. And it kind of blows your mind, like, wow, this is such a crazy experience. But if you can make it to that peak, to when the wave is its highest, before you know it, it's going to be crashing, it's going to be breaking on the shore. And boom, you're good. You get another break. And one thing I asked my birth team in the hospital, I couldn't have had a dreamier natural birth with just an incredible birth team. I would ask them, I would say, are these going to get worse? there's a part of me that is wondering about the medication if they're going to get worse, right? And they would say, no, they're not going to get worse. They're just going to get closer together. And then before you know it, baby's going to be in the birth canal. And then boom, he's out. I was very nervous about the Ring of Fire. For me, in my personal experience, the Ring of Fire was far easier than the contractions, because I'm the type of person, I do like to have an end in sight. So knowing that he was almost here and we were in the pushing phase, I was like, I can do this. This is cake at this point. And truly natural birth is a psychedelic experience. And I wanted to experience that because you're not on any medications, you're not cut off from any natural hormones that your body would naturally secrete anyways. It becomes this, like, you're almost in an in-between realm. I truly cannot even describe, sorry guys, it's freezing out here. I can't even describe to you what the Ring of Fire was like, because it's like as soon as you deliver, instantly, just the whole experience wiped from you. All of the pain, everything, as soon as your baby's out. And of course there's going to be, you know, as time goes on, like soreness. You have a dinner plate sized wound from where the placenta detached from, what is it, the uterine lining. It's crazy. The whole process is just wild. It's so beautiful. It's so natural. And that is why my ebook is titled The Earthy Mama's Guide to Natural Birth in any setting, whether you want it to be at home, in the forest, by the sea, if you want to go to the hospital like me. Everybody is going to be so different. Picture each contraction like a wave. It is going to help you so much. It is going to just make it go by so quick. You're going to say, oh, here comes another wave. Let me close my eyes. Let me do my breath work. And let me watch this wave hit its peak and then know that it's going to crash on the shore. And before you know it, it's going to be over. You're going to have another break. The next one. Another content creator said, if you plan to go natural unmedicated for birth, put magnesium glycinate powder in your water. And now I know to some people magnesium glycinate powder, it tastes a little fishy. You can always add other things to, you know, mask that fishy taste. That is fine. But this is going to be nervous system support. It's also going to keep your muscles relaxed, help your uterus relax. It is all around 10 out of 10, and sometimes I wonder if my birth team complimented me endlessly after saying, like, you are just one of the calmest women we've ever had deliver. Like, you were just so calm. I just wonder, was it the magnesium glycinate that was in my water, and I was drinking water the entire time that I was delivering? Magnesium. My baby's inside right now. Okay, so magnesium glycinate in your water for nervous system support. The next one, protecting your peace, protecting your energy, protecting your space and your vision for accomplishing a natural birth. This one is so unbelievably big. That is why there is such a big chapter in my ebook for this, because other people's projections can truly cloud your judgment. They can truly cloud your vision. People are always going to project onto you. I remember sharing with people that I wanted to go natural, and there were just always so many like backhanded or hateful or unsupportive comments like, oh, just wait until you're in there, you're gonna want the drugs, blah, blah, blah. People would laugh me off, brush me off. And you already know, like, during pregnancy, your peace is so sacred. Your space is so sacred. You only want to share it really with people that are supportive of your vision. And if they're educated about why you may be choosing natural birth, they could begin to understand your vision, understand why you want to do this. I remember one comment I heard a few times is, you don't have to be a hero for anybody. Really? I'm not trying to be a hero, but also if you do the research and see the effects of what certain drugs can do to your baby, you would choose the same and call me crazy for trusting God's design, trusting God's natural design of the human body, the female body, to deliver her baby and do what we are designed to do, opposed to masking the pain with pain medicine. And if you want to do that, that is completely fine. If you end up needing to do that, there is no judgment here. I just personally am someone, I've never liked being numb. I've never liked taking medications ever since I was a small child and I would have to go to the dentist and they would numb me. I didn't like the feeling of being numb. It was very important to me to still use the restroom, to still go to the bathroom during labor, because of how much water I was drinking, all the things. And, you know, my friends in the natural birth community, we all call the toilet the dilation station. There is just something about your body and how you open up when you're on the toilet that it's really, like, it really does progress things further along, and it feels very good, actually, to labor on the toilet, surprisingly. So I knew that I didn't want, like, what is it, a bedpan that they have to give you if you take the epidural. I knew I didn't want to be numb. I knew I didn't want the bedpan. You know, don't get me wrong, you guys, there were certain times where I got stuck at 8 centimeters dilated for 4.5 hours, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I can do this. I really might need the epidural. And then they said, okay, just remember, you will have to get the bedpan if you choose to use the restroom, or if you need to use the restroom. And I'm like, no, I can do it. I can do it. I also have a fear of needles. I have scoliosis. I didn't want to risk them poking me wrong potentially. You know, I have friends that took the epidural and they say that they still have back problems to this day. I already have back problems, so I didn't want to create more for myself. Again, everybody's experience is going to be completely different, and I'm not someone on here that's going to bash you for whatever you choose or judge you even. Like I said in the beginning, every birth experience is beautiful. It's its own experience. It is sacred between baby, mother, and father. It is, you know, there's no right or wrong way, but I'm here to educate you and to help equip you with the tools if you do wish to go unmedicated, natural, because I did, and I believe in you that you can too. I absolutely believe in you with everything in my heart. If I did it, you can too. And I labored for a little over 14 hours, and it was very hard. And that's why I said that the ring of fire, you know, that maybe it was 1 or 2 minute ring of fire, maybe not even that, guys. I only pushed for 30 minutes. That is why I personally think that labor was harder than the actual pushing, delivery, or ring of fire. And I talk about all of this in my ebook that is linked down below. Again, you guys, it's almost $30. It's on sale right now for $14.99. You're going to be able to download it directly to your computer, your phone, wherever you wish to read it, and hear all of the tips and tricks, everything that I believe helped condition me and my body to deliver naturally. And there was another thing about delivering naturally. I didn't want to have to push so long. I didn't want people really coaching me on how to push. I knew that if I didn't take the medication, the drugs, you know, whatever people want to call them, I knew that I would be able to feel intuitively when I needed to push, when I needed to stop. Oh, and get this, you guys will love this. When I heard that your chances are actually higher of not tearing if you deliver naturally, I was like, sign me up, count me in. I have got this, I can do it, I'm gonna give it a try. And I'll never forget right after, I'm shivering, it's so freezing out here. I'll never forget right after, I asked my birth team, I said, did I tear? Do I need stitches? Because you're a little numb. You're naturally numb. Isn't that so beautiful of everything, all of the hormones that your body releases naturally to help you through this process? So like I said, I was a little bit numb. And I'm like, did I tear? Do I need stitches? And they're like, no, you didn't tear. You just have a few minor abrasions that you can, you know, nurse back to health, but you don't need stitches. You didn't tear. You are good, girl. So I thought that was incredible. Yeah, the Natural Birth Guide does go into great detail just about how to direct people away from you, different responses that you can say, especially if you're a natural born people pleaser. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody why you want to do this. They have no idea how much research you're doing when you're pregnant, especially if they're from a different generation and there wasn't this amount of knowledge readily available from people like me on YouTube, other books, an ebook like I've written, podcasts, all of the things. So don't let somebody else's judgment, mentality skew your plan or deter you from doing this. And that is why it was so important for me to put that and really go over that in the ebook. And then there's an option to ask people, hey, are you open to learning? If that is your prerogative, if you want to help them in understanding, like let's say it's your husband or something, and maybe your husband is being a little judgmental, you can help guide him naturally to understanding. And I promise you, after he reads everything and understands, he really will get where you're coming from. We can hope. All right, so this is going to be my little natural birth creative tip for you guys that I came up with on my own, and I actually decided to do it only like a few weeks before delivering Jasper. I was in the grocery store, one of the health food stores that I love, Tidal Creek here in Wilmington, North Carolina, just getting a few more things. I think I was in there getting actually the magnesium glycinate to put in my water for natural birth. I end up seeing my favorite chocolate bar that I am obsessed with. It's like pure dark chocolate with raspberries in it. I'm so obsessed with this dark chocolate bar, you guys. It is just so good. So I see this dark chocolate bar, the pure dark chocolate, the raspberry dark chocolate bar that I love. If you've seen it in the grocery stores, it comes in like a little pink wrapper. It's so cute. It is so good. And I was like, what if I packed this in my hospital bag as a little treat to myself after I deliver? Not right after, obviously. You might want a real meal after you deliver because you just probably haven't eaten in so long. Like, I still snacked throughout my labor, but then the closer I got to delivering, it's like you have that fetal ejection response, and you're just, at least for me, I just was throwing up, so I threw up all of my snacks. So yeah, I wanted like a real meal after delivering him. But I think I still broke off like a little piece there shortly after, and just the satisfaction of like, yes, I delivered my baby, he's happy and healthy. I told my husband, I was like, I've never ran a marathon before, but the amount of accomplished and just so happy, like it is unlike anything else, and not like even going natural, just after having your baby. I told him it felt like I just ran the Boston Marathon and I won it, but times that by like infinity. That was how just overly elated I was, and I cried for like weeks after. I just had so much joy in my heart, and meeting your baby is the best thing in the entire world. So I'll keep it at that for today, but I hope that you guys really gained something from this video. Make sure to follow along for more. I'll be posting more of these tips, and make sure to pick up my ebook down in the description, Your Earthy Mama's Guide to Natural Birth in Any Setting. And good luck delivering. I believe in you. You can absolutely do this. And comment below and tell me if my ebook ended up helping you. But you can do it no matter what setting you're in. I was in the hospital. If I was in the hospital and can do it with all of the temptation of the medications, you can do it. I promise you can do it. Our bodies were designed for this. God literally designed us for this. Until next time, guys, stay bloomy brained.